Honourable Minister, Additional Chief Secretary, Director General, distinguished guests, good morning. Thank you for inviting me to join you here today. So it seems to me that the summit today is a unique platform for exchanging ideas, networking, and collaborating in the region. And I hope you'll all take this opportunity to meet policymakers, experts, and decision makers from the energy sector. I think we all know that the world needs to do more to tackle climate change. We've made real progress, but the climate science and mounting evidence of climate-related disasters, and India is not immune from those disasters, sadly, show that we're not moving quickly or effectively enough. Everyone can do more, and the UK is happy to lead the charge. We've committed to our net zero targets, as has India. We've already decarbonised faster than any other major economy. Our emissions are down 48% since 1990. We're also one of the largest climate donors because we want to help those suffering the impacts of climate change. The UK is leading by example, and we need others to step up. Because we can't tackle climate change unless we take people with us, and people are always the important element. We all care about the environment. We all know that the costs of inaction are intolerable, but we have choices about how we act. India's sheer size and its huge scope for growth means that its energy demand is set to grow by more than that of any other country in the coming decades. It will be important to ensure that as much as possible this growing demand will be met by renewable sources of energy. Renewable energy has experienced much growth in India and is growing at a faster rate here than in any other major economy, with capacity due to double by 2026. Until now, coal and oil have served as the bedrocks of India's industrial growth. But the transition to clean energy is a huge economic opportunity. Low carbon technologies such as renewable batteries and green hydrogen could create a market worth up to $80 billion in India by 2030. With the increased occurrence of extreme climate-related events, such as the devastation we saw in Himachal last year, the urgency from transitioning into clean energy becomes more and more acute. India could pioneer a new model of economic development, avoiding the carbon-intensive approaches of the past and providing a blueprint for other developing economies. The UK is very keen to work with India in this field, which is why our joint strategic roadmap has a big focus on energy and climate. We're working with India in 4 ways. Firstly, by providing expertise through programming. Here, we're working with the Indian Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, where we've produced a program called Aspire, accelerating smart power and renewable energy in India to support India's sustainable low-carbon energy transition. And we're very pleased to be working with Harida to deliver a green hydrogen program here in Haryana. Secondly, we're partnering with India on science and technology and providing investment for research and innovation. The UK has invested over £120 million on climate-related research and innovation in India for over a decade. Thirdly, we're supporting the finance needed to help India deploy green infrastructure at scale. And here we've invested £330 million in green and resilient infrastructure, tech and enterprise. And fourthly, international collaboration. We've been collaborating on the international initiatives on renewable, green power, connectivity, adaptation that matter to India, such as the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. And that's just a snapshot of our joint work, but we work together in many other areas, including electric vehicles, forestry, net zero, and green hydrogen. And we're interested in doing more. I'm looking forward to hearing more about Haryana's ambitious plans during the morning. And finally, if you take one thing away from today, Energy is at the heart of the climate challenge, and it's the key to the solution. Thank you very much.